This is going to be a get ready with me / card reading for the day. So this is going to be recorded live, but I'm going to make sure it's saved so that I can repost it. So if you're not catching me now, you will catch it later, and you'll still be able to create, or you'll still be able to catch the messages for the day. But I thought this would be kind of fun to have you get ready with me during my day and pull a card at the same time. So while I'm getting my face a little dolled up, as you can tell, I just got out of the shower, that I will be talking about the energy of the day. So will kind of give me something to do as I am putting on my makeup. So, hey, baby. So anyway, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And yeah, just gonna get into it. I'm doing my makeup and pulling a card. So I'm gonna talk about a card while I do my makeup and record it and post it later. But do this at the same time because it's giving me something to do as I put my makeup on before I leave for the day. So that's what I'm doing. Well, I figured, why not? Because I honestly kind of want to do that in the future. Maybe do that on YouTube, or maybe even keep it here, or whatever. I think it would be fun. Fun little experience. Hey. Hello. Hello. I'm pulling a card for the day while I put on my makeup. So if you're just joining, that is what we're going to be talking about today. Whoa, cards already fell out. That's pretty crazy. Okay. Oh. Anything else? That's not immediately. Yeah, I will. Yeah, I will. Thanks for the support. Any other cards? There are quite a few cards actually trying to come out. So there's a lot of energy moving today. It is the new moon, so there is another one. Okay. Well, I got 3, so I think I'm going to keep it to that. But yeah, let's talk about it. So here are the cards. They are ground yourself. These are just energies of the day and things that I can talk about as I do my makeup. I just want to show everybody kind of what's going on before I get started. So anyway, ground yourself. Dream talk. And hello from heaven. So there is just so much energy moving through the day, I can already tell. But this gives me I'm kind of already enjoying this, even though I haven't even done my makeup yet. But this gives me kind of time to simmer on the cards while I do my face. So grounding yourself. I can already speak to this because my partner and I both did some meditations today. And the first one that I did, I actually ended up coming out of that meditation very, very up in the sky. And I had to ground myself. It was a necessity. There was no question to it. So it was as if I was in my spirit form, just kind of floating. And if you see me looking this way, it's because I'm using a handheld mirror, so I don't have to keep looking back and forth at the screen. But so this speaks already something too that's happened similar to me, but as a collective, because that was the intent I was pulling the cards for. But as a collective, it definitely feels like whatever this week has been for us, it has made quite a few of us feel untethered. And what I mean by that is we have been kind of distant from a reality that we thought we were creating, when actually it was a past version of ourselves that had created it for us, but we were still attached to thinking that that was our reality, that wasn't our highest and greatest good. So I personally moved through that sometimes, but there was definitely little hiccups of that had happened this week. And I feel it definitely made me in a place, well, there was a lot of integration happening this week, and I'm sure a lot of you also were experiencing that, because we also have, again, we have dream talk. And not necessarily specifically, but it is definitely connected to the dreams in our dreams. But I also am getting the feeling that it's speaking to being in a reality that we're trying so hard to still focus on. And that is not the reality that we're being pulled into, because it's not, because that old reality is a reality that our past selves had created, that we've definitely moved past from. And again, this hello from heaven kind of speaks to that too. It speaks of the divine, and it speaks of the higher realms. So thinking of the higher realms, like when we are connected to the understanding of what the higher realms have to say, then we can understand ourselves deeper, because we're not of this world. We're not what this world looks like or has to say or is even represented by. It's more so of, we're having this experience so that we can get closer to the understanding of who we truly are. And a lot of you, I can already feel that doesn't make sense. Like, I'm getting like, what the hell is she talking about? Like, that's the energy I'm getting from that. But your soul kind of knows, and your soul kind of is already in that awareness. And it's the presence of being in a higher state of consciousness within this body, within this vessel. And that's what I'm speaking to. I'm speaking to the essence of who we are, to our core, without being of this body, because this is the vessel and this is the carrying of that essence. But because this feels so real, and it feels like if you cut your finger, that is actual pain, that feels something tangible to hold on to, that we can become so efficient. That's not the word. Maybe that is the word. It is this word, because I'm going to make it the word. But we can become efficient in that becomes our reality, and this becomes our reality. And then we start to become this world. So just thinking on that, that's why this grounding yourself is important when we speak of the higher realms, when we speak of what we are actually and who we are, because it can, when we start to feel into that, and that's the reality, speaking to the reality that is moving through this new moon, that's bringing forth a bunch of this energy that is of our highest and greatest good. And what I mean is, basically, I'm speaking to our innate or our higher self, or the God or goddess within us that you can't necessarily see, more so it's a feeling. So when we speak to that, when we're moving into that with this new moon and the new energy, the energy of the day is ground yourself. So maybe today you do feel kind of unbalanced. Maybe you feel a lot of the energy that is being moved through. So taking the time today to come back into this world, but with the understanding that you are not of this world, rather, you're just in this world. So take that for what you will in that sense. But yeah, I'm still simmering on these cards. I feel like that's the energy that just comes right off the bat, but we'll see. Still here. I've literally just got started doing my makeup. We'll see how far the video goes, if I run out of things to talk about, or maybe I'll just sit here with my mouth open while I do my makeup. And yeah, but that's what I wanted to share. And yeah, there is actually, because we do have Dream Talk here, I did want to speak to the Dream Talk card. So this definitely is also connected to, just as it says, dreams and that reality. Like, we can create a whole new paradigm. We can create a whole new reality for ourselves, and we just have to believe it to be so. And the only way that you can really believe it is if you practice it. So how do we practice creating a world that we know nothing about, or that we may only see from other people, or people like myself, where you're only just seeing it from the outside, where it's like, okay, like, a lot of people have accredited this to being woo woo or whatever. I feel like that term isn't even sufficient anymore. It's not something that we should even be considering, but I'm only using it for this example to kind of help you resonate with something that you may be experiencing in your life currently. But what I'm talking about basically is mysticism, the magical, the make-believe, the imaginary. So the only way we can really practice a reality that we want is first stating what you want, knowing what you want. What do you want to change? And sometimes the best way to do that is to know what you don't want. I know for me, for the longest time, and I still have moments of it where I forget, like, do I want this thing, and what do I actually want? It's more so, okay, what do I even want? Because sometimes I don't even know what I want. So how are you supposed to imagine something when you don't even know what that thing is? Like, it can become a real challenge. So maybe in your dream state, or in the onset of moving into your dreams, maybe you can imagine a place where you want to go. And this can also speak to meditation. So imagining that space, your creative space, your imaginative space. Where do you want to go? What does that look like? Who's there when you go there? Who do you meet? Who do you connect with? Do you connect with anybody at all? Are you there by yourself? Are you busy with a task? Are you free from all tasks? Do you imagine yourself flying? Do you imagine yourself being in a space where anything is possible? Do you imagine a space that is relative to the experience you're having now? Like, would you change anything at all? But just the awareness of that can do numbers for you, in the sense of the experience you're having right now and where you want to take it. And honestly, it is of your creation already. You're creating everything on the smallest and grandest scale. Everything around you is because it's attracted to the experience you're having, or you're wanting to have, pardon. It's because you are attracting what you resonate. The people, the places, the experiences are in your life because you are vibrating on a very similar frequency. So, to speak to those of you who say, well, these things that I don't like, or these things that are very unpleasant keep finding me, or that I'm experiencing, that why would anybody ask for this thing? Well, technically, you're choosing to be in that experience. The way you react to it asks for more of that experience. The way you are living, that is because that is your truth in some way, shape, or form. And you can't become a victim if you're in it, because you're in it. That is your experience. That's the one you've chosen to happen or have. That could become super complicated, because you think about maybe like people in your experience that who you've lost or have that you've had attachments to that have seemingly moved on or have left you in the dust, or you haven't really, like people, places, or things, not just people specifically, but let's say, oh, you see this, like you're friends with Joe, and Joe you see has found a better job in a different state, and you somehow take it personally. You somehow say, oh no, they're leaving me, or you're going to be left behind, or whatever that is. Man, this is going to do a deep talk. But whatever that means to you, it's because you are expressing that experience, because that is what you're claiming to be true for you. Oh, Joe left this town because he doesn't have compassion for me, or he's not thinking of me because of said reason, or whatever you're creating for that experience. Again, that is the experience you're creating. So to reiterate, this Dream Talk card and it coming out with Hello from Heaven is really asking you to accept a greater potential for a reality that your higher self has shown you and is experiencing in another, maybe higher plane or higher dimension. So, hey Wavy, I am doing my makeup and pulling cards and talking about the cards. I'm going to record this, so it will be on a replay. So I know you're coming in a little bit later. I've already talked quite a bit about the cards, but I'll show you them once again. So again, you can check this back later if you want to hear the messages of the day. But the cards that I pulled were Ground Yourself, Dream Talk, and Hello from Heaven. So I already feel like something in that has already like kind of registered with you on a different level, maybe something that I haven't even expressed yet. So I just thought this would be really fun to kind of give me space to talk about the cards while I do my makeup. So kind of gives me something to do while I'm doing my makeup, and sharing the space with people who catch it at the most divine time and whenever that will be, because again, I will be posting this on my channel for forever. So people can come back to it. It's just the messages of the day that I figured, would be kind of cool to post while I go to my market today, because I have a market later in about an hour. Actually, I have to go set up. So yeah, just doing that. But let's see, I'm still kind of simmering on more messages. I feel like I've already talked so much. I got the first messages out within the first like 2 minutes, so my mouth was just like blah, 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 blah. Speaking of, I think I'm gonna take a drink. But yeah, hi, how are you? How are things? How did the wedding go for you? I think you had the wedding already, right? Yeah, my mouth was really dry. Yeah, like I was saying, the grounding yourself is really important. Like I just had to do there. Like I caught myself just going blah, 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 blah. I'm like, whoa, okay, come back, recenter, let's settle in. Because it definitely feels like also with this dream talk, like a lot of things could also be channeled today. You might get a lot of channeled energy. So just be willing to accept and allow the messages to come through for you today. I know a lot of new energy is coming through. Oh, amazing. So glad that it went so fun. Oh, yeah. Great mental reset for me. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I feel that. That's awesome. Have you been super busy with work? Are you still working from home? And how is everything with that? Yeah. I know if you have to go, don't feel bad that you need to stay or anything. I totally understand. Hey, Savannah. Glad to see you. I was pulling cards for the day and doing my makeup at the same time as I prepare for the day. So I'm going to be reposting this, hopefully if it allows me to save it, all the messages of the day. So, hey Vivi, nice to see you, hon. Again, the cards of the day were ground yourself, super important, dream talk, and hello from heaven. So, like I said, Vivi, Savannah, if you're just now catching this, I have already said so many messages about these today, and I will be reposting the video. I want to try and maybe keep it short. Maybe I'll cut off the message here soon, but just so I can keep the replay more relevant to whoever catches it in the future. But oh, you're doing your makeup right now too. Cool. Thanks for joining. Glad we can connect on even that level right now. That's really cool. But yeah, like I was saying, there's probably a lot of messages that will be coming through for a lot of us today. I think there's like a 11:11 as I'm saying it. As I'm saying it is 1:11. You know, same thing. You know what I'm saying. But yeah, there's definitely some messages coming in for each and every one of us. There's certain expressions coming in from specifically our higher self and our highest and greatest good. So just be in the awareness that these things can definitely come from this world. So this may be people talking around you that are triggering things that just feel really, really good within your soul. And you will know what they are. You'll know what they are. Because that message is specifically for you, but it's because the divine, your higher self, the goddess, God within you is speaking to you directly for you to take that message, because that's how we're growing right now, and being in our highest and greatest truth. And how you choose to receive it is going to be up to you. And I ask that you do receive it and not receive it. So allowance is the word that comes to mind. Accepting is the word that comes to mind. Gratefulness, gratitude is also some things that we're practicing right now. So if you've been in a form of confusion, which I know a lot of us have been, I feel like today's energy is where a lot of that confusion is going to subside, and only because you're going to be choosing how to interact with these messages and how you're going to be interacting with the world around you, because it feels like we're kind of moving into this awareness, like, okay, like the message for me last week was how to be in this world and not of this world. And I've taken a lot from that, as far as how my energy has shifted. And since then, I've been having some pretty intense dreams, as far as like being able to even recall my dreams, being able to express myself even more fully. Like that feels very resonant to the collective right now and what everybody's experiencing. So maybe you are having things come up in your dreams that seem a little odd, but I encourage you to write down your dreams, or at least when you first get up, if you can remember them, at least say them out loud or repeat them to yourself. Or if you have a partner or a friend you want to call, or text or whatever. Actually, no, scratch that. I prefer you not to touch your phone first thing in the morning. So if you can, just recall it to yourself, or if there's a family member close by, see if you can even just have a conversation with them about what's going on, what you're experiencing. maybe some things that you're shifting into. Oh yeah, totally cool. Well, that's perfect. Because we are also getting Hello from Heaven that came out with Dream Talk. So there are things definitely being channeled. This feels more so, I'm getting, I literally got chill bumps. I don't know if you can see that, but I literally have chill bumps as I'm saying it. They're going all through my body, but, things your higher self or your, even this could be, because it definitely feels more resonant to like a higher frequency, higher vibration, around that is grander, but definitely more supportive of our future and best self right now. So yeah, it feels very, very important to just take note of the experiences around you, the people, places, and things, people, places, and things that are happening around us, as well as in the dream state. It feels like we're more, even now I'm getting to download, it feels like if you don't have a meditation practice right now, or maybe if you have tried meditation before, that if you do meditation, it's almost as like we're getting into that vibration and frequency a lot easier and a lot quicker. And it almost feels like I'm getting okay, so many messages at once, but it reminder, ground yourself. Let me take a few deep breaths before I even say it, because it just feels like it's so much. Okay. That feels good. That feels good. Whew. Yeah, getting back into my body. And I almost already just forgot what I was talking about. Doing that chill bump, hokey pokey. And that's what it's all about. That's absolutely accurate. Yeah, that's absolutely accurate. So, yeah, like I was saying, it feels like the allowance of letting the crown and the third eye do their thing. It feels like the opening of those things, because we've settled within our in our own like we've gotten a taste of that vibratory state and what it can feel like and what it is. We just have been clearing out a lot of things that aren't necessary or haven't been resonant to our highest potential and our highest and greatest good, and that specifically is why these are coming out. Because there is so much energy moving forward. I feel like this is a very powerful new moon today. New moon, if you're not aware, but if you are, cool, great, take it for what it is, because it feels like a lot of energy moving through at this time that is very supportive, very nurturing, very held. Again, I'm getting chills. I'm literally, I wish I could show, I don't know if that is easy, but literally getting chills again. Yeah, very, very nurtured, very supported, very in this world, but not of this world. Again, that was the message that I kept receiving last week and week before when Greg and I were in North Carolina. I had that message before we left, and it was a repeat message within that experience, and it just has been so true. And I caught myself kind of repeating that last week at the market that we were a part of. And yeah, it just felt very resonant, and it's coming up, it looks like, again for the collective. So if this is something you're experiencing right now, take advantage of knowing that you are a spirit soul having a human experience. And that sounds kind of cliche, like something we've heard before, but it is nice, to have those reminders, like, okay, this is the experience we're having, because we can become so attached to this version of reality that isn't necessarily our truth, but it feels like our truth, because again, this is a repeat message that I said at the beginning of the recording of the video, where this feels so real because everything in this world, and when I mean this world, this physical one that we're seeing, that we're interacting with, because like if you cut your finger, that feels very real. It looks very real. It is very real. However, this is just the vessel carrying that experience so that we understand that this is an experience that we are moving through and are having to have in order to come into a greater awareness, the bigger picture, the grandiose experience of the all. I mean, ultimately, because we are that source, we are spirit, we are God, we are goddess, and we have chosen to experience this, whatever this is. And the more you find yourself trying to understand what this is, the greater you put a distance between you and your truth and the expression of that truth. Because it is. And there's nothing more than that. It just is this experience. There is a divine being within each and every one of us, and some would like to consider that it is one unity of consciousness. To it, I also agree. And it becomes really challenging to the human psyche when there are people or experiences that we interact with that don't feel resonant to our path and to our journey, and it becomes harder for us to just be okay with the fact that this may be a version of ourselves that is being reflected back to us in some way, shape, or form. And the greatest thing that we can do is have compassion. And all while saying that is the biggest challenge. Having compassion isn't as easy as it sounds, but it is necessary to get an awareness of knowing that that is one of the highest and greatest potentials of our collective consciousness. Yeah. It feels right. It feels right? It feels pretty good. I would encourage that you kind of sit with that today and allow, again, that allow word keeps coming to mind. Reground yourself. If you feel you're becoming in this flighty space, I keep getting chills, like Jesus. If you feel you're falling into a space of confusion, we've moved past that. This energy, our higher selves are moving past that. If it's working for me, it's definitely the energy around you, and you just have to tap into it. And the only way you can really tap into it is if you're in an awareness or an understanding that every moment has its own special, particular moment. Every moment has its place in time. Every moment that you experience was meant for you at that particular time. And the way you interact with it is up to you. You can choose to be a victim of circumstance, or you can choose to say, what is this experience teaching my overall, I keep wanting to say experience, but that's not, I mean, it is, it definitely is, but the word I'm trying to think of, my overall, maybe highest and greatest good. I just feel like I abuse that term, and it might not resonate with people all the time, because it kind of seems like, I don't know, it almost seems like I'm preaching from the Bible, and I know a lot of us have traumatic resonance to that. So let's see. Let me catch up on this. Hold up. Chills are symptom of perfect alignment with source meeting in the present moment of space and time. So beautifully said. So perfect. Yes, absolutely. So the chills are because, both of y'all. This is so funny. So the chills are because of the energy you're feeling. I had chills a little bit the other night and I was so confused. Yes. It is because the energy, literally Savannah said it really beautifully. And I struggle with making things practical. So as practical as I can make it, it is your higher self, your highest and greatest good, or the divine within you, or source and creation. It's kind of like triggering your cells or your cellular structure within your body to say, this feels good, this feels right. It's kind of like an understanding of, let's just say, perfect example of, maybe this isn't. Let's say you were a kid and you got the feeling like your parents were to tell you, okay, we're going to get ice cream, and you just all of a sudden get this burst of, yay, like, this feels really good. Can't wait, so excited. That's kind of the same thing of what our cellular structure is doing at the same time. So those chills resonate on your body. Again, I'm getting chills. Like, the energy, the vibration feels good within your essence. So you're in alignment with that moment or that expression or whatever that is fueling you at that time. So, hey, I am so close to being done with my makeup, but just wanted to point out again, I was just pulling some cards for the day while doing my makeup, and I will be reposting the energies. I will be posting this message as a daily energy on this on my Instagram. So if you're just now catching it, that you can go back and replay from the beginning to see the first few messages, because I did cover most of the energy today within like the first 2 to 3 minutes. And yeah, so I don't know if you can see, don't really know what else to do to my face today. I felt like keeping it a little simple, but I kind of do want to do a little pizzazz at the same time. I did a little glitter on my crease there, or whatever this is. It's been so long since I've used makeup technical terms that I don't even know what they are anymore. But if you enjoy getting ready with me type videos, quote unquote, then I appreciate you hanging in there and joining me on this journey today. I'll probably end this before I do like my mascara, or anything like that, just to keep it, pretty decent for everybody, just in case they don't want to hear me blabble on about what other eyeshadow color I want to do. But I'm glad that whoever stayed and has experienced this moment with me did. And yeah, I'm just very grateful. And I hope every ounce of today is really magical for you, because again, it is the new moon. So you probably subconsciously have already been making intentions. But I encourage you to feel into those intentions today. What do they look like? What is your highest and greatest good want to experience for your future or the present or whatever? Yay! Okay, cool. And I hope today goes really well for you, Savannah. Yeah, you got a bunch of support. So yeah, just allow and accept and breathe into it. And I love you too. And I hope today's amazing for you. Thank you for stopping by. So for everyone else, if you have caught this on the replay and you enjoyed the day, let me know. Because I do plan on doing these in the future and potentially, hopefully, further down the line, maybe get them onto YouTube, do lives on YouTube, see if I can do that. And yeah, is there anything else I have to say? Is there any other messages? Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's pretty good. So I'm gonna leave it there, and thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting me, and all the blessings for your day and magical everything. So love you guys, and yeah, I'm gonna end it here. However I end it. I think that's it. How do I end? Okay. No, that's not it. How do I end this video, you guys? Thank you, Vivi. I really am confused. Do I just hit the X button? I want it to save. Let's see. Nope. Copy link. Boom. Boom. Oh, yes.